Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Chip. I just wanted to do a quick little video here tonight down here in the dungeon, talking about skateboards. I'm going to do something I've never done before, but I thought it would be kind of cool. I'm going to do an unboxing of a skateboard deck I got recently that I'm pretty stoked about, so I thought it would be cool to make a quick video of it. Let's rewind real quick with my history of skateboarding. When I was a kid, back in the 70s, 77, 78, everybody skateboarded. Boys, girls, everybody, every kid in the neighborhood had a skateboard. Most of them were like this, the plastic boards. This is my actual first bought skateboard. I won a $10 gift certificate at a fishing contest for the local hardware store. And I bought this. This is a Newporter Smoker. And this was my first skateboard. Technically, that's not true. My very first skateboard was given to me by my neighbor, Randy Byard, and it was literally a piece of wood with a roller skate cut in half and nailed on the bottom, like the old skateboarding cliche, but it literally, that's what it was. But this is the first board that I ever got, and I skated it for years. Even after skateboarding kind of died off in popularity for a while, I would still roll down the road, near my dad's house on this skateboard, and have kept it to this very day. Now, after that, I kind of got into the BMX thing. A lot of kids did. 82, 81, 82, around in there, I started, I was more into the bikes because living where we lived, it was easier to ride a bike than skateboard. We didn't really have skate parks and anything on this part of the world. So BMX kind of was easier to take over. You got more interested in that, and I love that too, and probably make some videos on a cool bike I recently got. But anyway, what happened was probably 83, 84, early 84, my cousin Greg went to the West Coast to visit some family out there, and he came back with a real skateboard. And what I mean by that is a one of the pro decks like this one here, with the real tracker trucks and the cool wheels and everything. And that was the first real pro level skateboard I'd ever seen. It was a Sims Screamer, black with the cool graphic on the bottom, which I'll show you in a minute. And I fell in love with that board. It was awesome. Loved it. That was the first one I'd ever seen. And then eventually I got my own board, and it was a Madrid Explosion. I don't know if it's explosive or explosion. I've heard it called both things, but it was basically this board right here. This is a reissue of it, but this is as close to the board I had. I had the exact same color. I had black tracker trucks, green Sims street wheels on it. And I got this reissued. I've had this for a while. I've probably had this for maybe 10 years. And then recently I got this reissue of it because what I wanted to do is I wanted to have a board I could actually roll around on, and then one to keep. But the reason I'm showing you both of these is because I don't know if my lighting is real great, but the difference, okay? Not every reissue of a skateboard is true to what it was back in the day. A lot of them, the graphics aren't quite right. Nowadays, they use a heat transfer graphic rather than the silk screens that they did by hand back in the 80s. And to us old heads, man, they look great, but it's just not the same. So this is the one I got from Madrid that I'm going to set up eventually to cruise around with my grandson on. And then this is like I said, if I had to give you a representation of what my board was, it was this Madrid. But what we're here to talk about is this. The company is Brand X Skateboards. The website is brandxtoxic.com. Now, some of the fellows involved in Brand X were actually guys that worked with Sims back in the day. Now, when I say Sims back in the day, I'm talking 82, 83, before Tony Hawk and the Bones Brigade took over, and before every kid in the neighborhood, had a Tony Hawk board or whatever. This was before that. These guys, the Sims team, you had Mike Fulmer, you had Dave Andrecht, Tom Sims himself. You may know Tom Sims from Sims Snowboards. He was actually one of the pioneers of modern snowboards now, back then. But back in my day, late 70s, very early 80s, Sims skateboards were what every kid dreamed of, okay? Like I said, before PAL. But these guys, some of these guys were there. And what they have is the original silk screens from those boards back in the day. The Sims Kamikaze, which was also the Christian Hosoi model when he skated for Sims. Let me think. I think they did the Mike Fulmer reissue, a Dave Andrecht reissue. Now, these are real limited that they're doing, but to be able to get one of these boards done by the original guys with the original silk screens is beyond anything any old head skate guy could want. I've been on eBay since 97 or 98. I've been on eBay a long, long time, and I never, ever saw a Sim Screamer come up for sale on eBay. I got a lot of skateboards. As you can see, I got a bunch here, and I've got a bunch here, but I was never able to get that Sim Screamer. And then Brand X, they made reissues of the Screamer. And I don't know how well you can see this sticker on here, but it's showing some of the reissue boards on there. Go to the website and get a good look at them. But I'm going to unbox this now. I got this right before Christmas, so you're seeing this for the first time right along with me. I apologize for the glare of the light, but I'm in my basement and it doesn't. I don't have a pro YouTube ring light set up to do my TikTok dances on. But we're going to open this up. I'm doing this one-handed, so bear with me. But I always wanted a Sim Screamer. And the thing I love about the Sim Screamer is it's just so freaking cool because it was the first board that I saw. And my cousin, when I was a kid, my cousin, he was one of my heroes. Both of my cousins, Randy, Greg, the older guys, I always looked up to them. So when they did something that I thought was cool, it stuck with me. My older cousin Randy actually got me into playing drums, gave me my first drum set. Greg kind of got me into skateboarding, introduced me to punk rock, introduced me to Thrasher magazine, stuff like that. So to be able to get the same board that he had really blows my mind. Now, like I said, these were made with the original silk screens. Basically, what I'm trying to say is if you was to go back in a time machine to 1982 and buy this deck from a skateboard shop, this is as close as you're going to get to the original. The only thing that's different is it doesn't actually say Sims on it anymore because it's the Brand X board. And it doesn't, I don't know what bolt pattern, because some of these reissue boards have what we call the new school bolt pattern, which is smaller than the original. Like you can see, this is actually my McGill from back in the day. See, the bolt pattern is a little bit bigger, but so I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but that really doesn't matter. But let's check out the Sims Screamer that I'm so excited to get. Like I said, searched eBay forever, was never able to find one. When I saw that they were doing the Screamer, I did a pre-order and waited a while for it, but the anticipation just makes it better, So let me tell you about this Screamer. The guy's face on the bottom of the Screamer is a guy named Matt the Rat. He was a skater for Sims, and I believe he sang in a punk rock band or had something to do with a punk rock band also. But he was at the local skate spot, and the photographer took a picture of him, and then they made this graphic. But what I always dug about this graphic was the fact that my cousin Greg, who owned the board that I saw, actually kind of looks a lot like this guy. And that just, kind of stuck in my head as I was a kid. But let's see what Brand X skateboards made for me, okay? I've had this since Christmas, and I'm just now opening it. So this is my first time seeing it, and I'm super stoked. Okay, got some case candy here. Oh, man. Oh, man. Dude. Like I said, pardon my bad lighting. This is it, man. This is the exact board my cousin Greg had that I saw in 83, 84. And as you can see, this is 11 out of 20. They made 20 of these. And I got number 11, baby. There are 20 of these in the world. Check that out. Let me hold it so I'm not glaring. Matt the Rat on the Brand X Screamer. The only difference from the original was it would have said Sims instead of Brand X. But from what I understand, these are made from the original silk screens. The silk screen that was on this was on my cousin's board. Now, Patrick, if I'm getting this wrong, let me know. But Check that out, man. This board is one of the ones that's got a little bit more modern concave. Okay. But that was it, man. He had Tracker 6 tracks on it, which I've managed to get a set made from the original molds. And his had Sim Street wheels, purple Sim Street wheels. And when I had my Madrid, I had green Sim Street wheels. So no pressure, Brand X, but, you know, if we're going to remake some wheels, hint, hint, they actually have remade some of the Sims wheels. And it's a super interesting story. They actually found the molds buried at Tom Sim's house, and they're making wheels in the original molds from back in the day. Go to brandx.com, brandxtoxic.com, and you can see what I'm talking about on all these. But check this out, man. Dude, I never thought I would have a Screamer. I hope I can get another one, because I definitely want more than one, because there's no way in hell I'm going to open this up. But that is gorgeous, man. 11 out of 20. The Sims Brand X Screamer with Matt the Rat on there, looking all punk rock. I wish I had a picture of my cousin to show you, because people that know my cousin Greg will be like, wow, that kind of does look like him. The Sims Screamer, man. BrandXtoxic.com. Skateboards. Go see them. If you're an old head skater like me, they've got so much fantastic stuff. And if you're a regular skater, now a modern guy, you know, that skates the new boards, they've got tons of that. They got it all, man. Go check them out. They're awesome folks to deal with. Super friendly. They got a great YouTube site, great Instagram site. But that's my Brand X. And I went a little long on this video, but that's okay. Love it. Skate on, boys.